process of the conversation, she told him that he could indeed go and kill himself and go die. And she further told him that her and his family and the world would be a better place without him. He later jumped off of a parking structure to his death. Suicides are on the rise, and leading this is the LGBTQIA community. They are definitely on the rise on college campuses and have seen the biggest increase amongst young Black girls. And I definitely wanted to share this story with you guys because, I had a friend of mine, and shout out to Shanae, but I had a friend of mine who just recently experienced something with her younger adolescent brother who, I think he had a little kerfuffle with a teacher, and, it kind of sent his young self into kind of a bad mental state where, you never want to think that suicide is would be so prevalent to hit so close to home, but you never really know. And the reason why I wanted to share this story with you is that, I wanted to share with you that there are amongst others, the suicide hotline is actually working with a couple of different organizations as well as the U.S. government on establishing a 3-digit number that would allow you to access any suicide hotline 24 hours across the country. Now, they're thinking that the number is going to be 988. However, the number has not been made active yet. But I think that this could be an amazing thing as opposed to having, a 188 blah, 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 blah number, a 3-digit number just like 911, 311, or 411 for that matter. I think that, she, in Young Yu, is actually being indicted on involuntary manslaughter because of those texts that she sent to her ex-boyfriend. So, as we are kind of traveling through life and wanting to be more conscious and wanting to be more mindful of folks, I think it's definitely important that we keep aware of mental health issues, especially as it pertains to suicide, because it is on the rise and there's definitely things that we can do to help people who might be going through bouts of depression or what have you. There is a national suicide hotline, and if you are interested in the number, you can definitely access them through the National Suicide Hotline website, excuse me. So that's a crazy story. First of all, I actually didn't even realize that you could be arrested for even telling someone that they could kill themselves. I didn't know that that was a thing. Involuntary manslaughter. Well, she's been released from prison in Young, and she's been ordered to surrender her passport pending trial early next spring. She isn't seen as a flight risk. However, the young lady who took an active role in Alexis Crawford's death in Atlanta, she actually, and I want to say her last name is Jones, former roommate of Alexis Crawford. And the police did report this week that the roommate's boyfriend, who has also been arrested and is awaiting trial, his semen was found inside Alexis Crawford's deceased body. So at any rate, so Miss Jones was denied bail in her role of the death of Alexis Crawford, as she should be denied bail. And, there's a lot of stories going on lately where girls are killing other women because of shit that's happening with their boyfriends. ladies, and some of my gentlemen too. When are we going to start putting the onus on the right parties involved? There was a young 17-year-old girl out in Queens who was stabbed to death about 2 or 3 weeks ago. This after her family had just suffered the death of her cousin, who was shot as an innocent bystander at a local basketball court. 3 weeks after that, the family had to grieve and mourn the loss of their beloved niece and daughter and cousin, who was stabbed because of a pregnancy scare with her ex-boyfriend. Turns out that the ex-boyfriend's current girlfriend was made aware of said pregnancy scare, and the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend text messaged the young lady and lured her out of her home, and that is when the new girlfriend stabbed her to death, only to find out also that she was not pregnant. So I just think that we got to start putting the onus where it belongs, but that's just me. All right, that's a lot of sad news, right, folks? Okay, so then let's get on to some happy stuff. Congratulations goes out to Chris Brown, who is father again to a bouncing baby boy with him and new baby mama, Amika. Now, there's no word on the baby's name as of yet. I hope it will be as colorful as Royalty's name, who, by the way, is so adorable. But, so congratulations to Chris Brown. Kim Kardashian, we are calling you to the mat because a member of the crazy congregation, young Azealia Banks, is saying that she gave you the name for your new shapewear line, Skims, and she wants her money about it. Now, Azealia Banks tweeted earlier on this week that she ain't playing with Kim. Kim knows that she sent over the name and some renderings and what have you for Kim's current line of shapewear called Skims. Now, if you are keeping up with the Kardashians, you know that Kim got in a little bit of trouble for the original moniker to her shapewear line, which was called Kimono. Why it was called Kimono, I'm not sure, because it's neither a key or a mono. So, she fell under fire with the Asian community for her lack of, I don't know, just, it's never going to cease to amaze me how much people who, for all intents and purposes, because their lives are so intertwined with people of color, they could still be so fucking ignorant. And it almost seems like the learning factor isn't there, but I think it definitely depends on who are the people of color that you're surrounding yourself with. If these are people who are, deeply rooted in their culture and deeply appreciative of other people of color cultures, then they will correct you when you're wrong, and loving correction is never a bad thing. But it just always seems to me like a lot of these girls that are out here with these guys who are in interracial relationships are with guys who really don't give a fuck about their race. So they ain't here to hold up the bloodstained banner, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Azalea's coming for you, girl. So hopefully you got her coins. Meg the Stallion and Trey Songz. What say you, folks? First of all, I do not believe that Kalani and YG are a thing. You cannot you're never going to be able to convince me of that. Sorry. Trey Songz and Meg the Stallion. Here's the thing about Trey Songz. I don't know him, but from what is portrayed through social media, he seems to definitely love whoever the new hot girl is. Lori Harvey. Like, he has a knack for picking that girl, right? Now, Meg the Stallion is gorgeous. I don't know if I necessarily believe that they are together or they're not, because I feel like these celebrities also do this thing where it's like, oh no, we're not doing this. And then 20 years from now, when they ain't got no coins and they ain't got shit else to do, they're going on a book tour talking about how all the shit that we were alleging back then was all correct. They just didn't feel like talking about it then. Oh girl, please. Okay. If I'm supposed to believe that Meg Thee Stallion and Trey Songz are not an item, you're going to have to sell that to me a little bit better. Now, if you recall, Meg Thee Stallion, who was publicly linked to the rapper Moneybagg Yo, had a little bit of a, I don't know, I guess a falling out with him because it was alleged that he had fathered a child outside of their relationship, but then they were seen together post that. So I don't really know. What I do know is I am anxious to hear what a full-length Meg Thee Stallion album is going to be. Top to bottom. I don't really want a lot of features on my Meg. I don't think I do. I think that I would be just fine with the Meg Thee Stallion album, 12 songs, maybe 2 interludes, a couple of videos. Because, girl, you don't have to sell me your personal life. I know that you've got knees of steel. I really don't care who you're fucking. But as soon as you make it my business, I'm going to talk about it. Future and Lori Harvey. Wow, that Lori Harvey. Good for her. You know, her mama, I told you, they goals, honey. They is goals. Because what? I mean, listen. There are girls out here that get it. And I'm not mad at it. Lori Harvey, her mama, Drea Michelle. Like, these are girls who are out here getting it. You know what I mean? However they getting it. Marlo Hampton, the girls, you know, we all know those girls. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Because here's the thing. If they ain't getting it, somebody else will. So good on you, girl. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Future, who celebrated his birthday, had an all-white party, which videotape surfaced, and it showed a Lori Harvey in the background, and it's being alleged that her and Future have a future together, which, girl, that needs to be the past, bitch. Because Future ain't nobody's man. He ain't nobody's man. He everybody's man. Okay? Now, listen. Future's a good-looking guy. And he's got the kids to show it. But, I don't know. What I will say is this. Lori Harvey has been very inactive on Instagram, which pretty much means after her summer with Diddy and her spring with Trey Songz, and let's we not forget that there was one point where young Lori Harvey was engaged to professional race car driver, right? Yeah, she was once engaged, and she was very young. Now, I don't really know her actual age at this point. I would venture a guess to say that Lori Harvey's probably in her mid to late 20s. Or mid-20s, whatever. Early 20s, mid-20s. I don't know. I mean, what does she do? Other than be beautiful. Because she's gorgeous. But girl, be careful with Future, girl. Speaking of be careful, can someone tell Ray J and Princess Love to leave us alone? Because I almost feel harassed by them at this point. So, if you have not been following the story, Ray J and Princess Love went to Las Vegas for, I believe, the Billboard Awards, right? Right? Am I correct? Okay. So any which ways, they went, and something took, so there was a conversation, this according to Princess Love. There was a conversation about them moving to Las Vegas. Now, first of all, here's some weird fill-in points about this. Princess Love and Ray J apparently drove to LA, drove to Las Vegas, from LA, which if you live in Los Angeles, that's not unheard of. It's about a 5-hour drive into the desert. However, Mr. Scooty Bikes, I know you got the money to fly. So why are you letting your 8-month pregnant wife drive with you to Vegas? But okay. And her car at that. But okay. So this move to Vegas, no, I don't think we should move to Vegas. I think it's bad for us, blah, 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 ended up resulting in